Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. I was going to phone one in today. I opted to go a different direction and just give the Empire a pick me up if I can. Do you know what's neat about sideways trading? Speculation. It turns a group of solid folks with a fundamental understanding of their investment into a knitting circle. Any other time, I would be having a ball with it because I love to stir pots. Entertainment is hard to come by some days. Nothing is really new on Netflix. How many times can you really watch the Karate Kid series before you realize that the quality declined to the point of unwatchable? The first two were great, don't get me wrong. But the last, yeah, you know what? They really started to phone them in, and it was agony to get through. But you came so far, you might as well finish the run. I'm going somewhere with this. Sideways trading is like the Karate Kid Part 7. I don't know. Miyagi gets a manicure. You stick around and watch it because you already went through the good parts and you're hoping for a shiny gem at the end of the run. AMP has been flat, no doubt about it. It hasn't been following the market, no doubt about it. But nothing has fundamentally changed about AMP. It is still a use case token that derives its intrinsic value through usage, and it's just not getting used much. Aside from one big Coinbase pump and one Binance listing US that did nothing, it hasn't moved since May. Since May. Blow your chart up, take a look for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And that is where that's what we're getting into today because you know what? I haven't said hi to the Empire in a bit. The psychology of the sideways trade and the effect it has on a community. Getting into it right after this. Thought I heard a buzz. AMP is not exciting. There are no two ways around it. It's not an exciting token. To the moon, Lambo, let's get behind this, pump it up. It's not that kind of token, and it never has been. I have covered it to death. All of the fundamentals, I think. I covered it so much they don't even know. I don't even get videos posted to the AMP Reddit anymore. Folks just got bored of me. They want hype, and I don't do that. I do fundamentals and pragmatism, and both of those things are very boring. Honestly, it's why I favor AMP so much, and it's the biggest bag I have out of all of my holdings because I know what it will be, not what it is. But it's also one that I favor so highly because it is not one that is going to crash and burn. It's steady, reliable, and it's just starting. It's important to remember that when you are evaluating your position, you need to remember that this one is effectively brand new. You need to keep your head down and your eyes on the road, of course. Don't miss an opportunity to make a little at no extra cost. Read between the lines here. But you also need to keep your head up and read the signs. This way to Sheets, which for some reason never gets mentioned anymore, but I still consider a huge victory for the Empire. It's going to put it on the map for thousands of sets of eyes every day. Nobody has done that so far. This way to Income, which still gets mentioned, but the shine has come off from that rose a bit. Massive visibility incoming with that one. All of the partnerships that are still in the discussion stage right now, but that Tyler doesn't miss a beat discussing. He's still out there every day selling this, selling it for you. But announcements don't move the needle much. Implementation moves the needle, and it hasn't even started yet. There's lots and lots of competition moving into the marketplace right now. and they don't miss a chance to announce it big and bold. Alchemy Pay definitely hit the ground running with a Coinbase listing that had no business even happening. It should never have been there. But if the purpose of the listing was to make lots of money for the folks at the top, it did exactly that. But the folks at the bottom, the ones who don't do their research and love to FOMO, they got massacred, are still getting massacred. ACH, they're doing now what AMP was doing months and months ago. The ACH community, they are clinging to any little bit of information or press and just singing it to the heavens. Look at us. Visa is going to make a crypto card, and you can spend it on ACH to the moon. Are you spending crypto with it? No. No, you're not. You're converting it to fiat and spending it on the Visa pay rail. Do they care? No. They are talking about their investment, so all is well in the world. How's ACH doing, by the way? Speaking of Visa, how is that implementation going since their last press release? I noticed there isn't much news coming out of their camp lately. And don't get me wrong, I am not dismissing the power of Visa. They can crush the market with a subpar product anytime they want to. We do know this. So why haven't they? With the sheer volume of transactions they process and the 3% they get from each and every one, they can absolutely dominate the market. But they haven't. Why? Why hasn't AMP just disintegrated from all of the recent competition and all of the recent FUD? Hell, Request just listed on Coinbase, and they are effectively doing what AMP can do. Money transfers, pay button on your website. But AMP is still here, and it hasn't dropped. Coinbase, they added a pay button finally. It does exactly what Gemini Pay does. Second largest exchange in the world. Why hasn't AMP dropped right off the planet? Because they are not doing what Flexa can do in the manner that Flexa is doing it. They're knockoffs. They might get the job done. They might. But it will not provide the guarantees to the merchant or the consumer that Flexa does with AMP. And the big question that gets swept aside but is of the utmost importance to the token, to AMP, is simply this. What else can it be used for? That is an important question. It's critical. It's the question that turns this from a sideways trading token to a what the hell just happened token. This is the stuff that makes TAs lose their minds, as the podcast's very own DTA, is going to do. When folks finally get around to figuring out that you don't have to build the better mousetrap if the best one already exists. AMP is not a standalone token that derives its value from speculation. Speculation will move it, but it's not intrinsic. It is the foundation of a payment ecosystem, the way VeChain is the foundation of their network, the way Ethereum is the foundation, the way Cardano is the foundation. They get their value through usage, through those that build on them. What else can AMP be used for? Answer that question, and you know damn well that it is being asked. But if you can answer it, you'll figure out what really sets this one off. Be patient. Be smart. There is nothing wrong with taking advantage of opportunities when they present themselves to you. You aren't cheating on AMP. You are trading smartly and getting AMP for free. Just remember what you are involved in. Believe in the foundation and the fundamentals. And when you accept it, you won't care a lick that it's trading sideways. Let the shiny toys come and go. Profit on them if you are able. They are magicians with a single trick. And once you see it and figure out how they do it, it's just not that interesting anymore. Short-term gains versus a long-term future. That's what it comes down to. Risk versus reward. If you want to gamble, you can. There are worlds of opportunities for that right now. Or you can just be patient and go get some sun. AMP will take care of itself. And that is it for this one, folks. We do have a members page now for those interested. We mainly set it up because we want the shackles off weekly for a live stream that we cannot do on the normal channel. There's lots we want to say, but we can't. We can say it there. We're not going to change our normal content one bit. We just want to really let our hair down and put out the information we can't put out uncensored. Last, I'm going to talk about it. Live stream on Thursdays at 1900 Central. Hope you guys can join us. Cheers.